Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tested like a TI is. Like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I know I haven't been on YouTube in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks or more, uh, because I had a death in my family. My sister had been sick for a while, and we both were kind of sick on my birthday, which was November the 19th. Uh, and I got better, and then she was getting better, and then it was like a back and forth thing. But anyway, she passed away on December the 21st, and so that's why I haven't been on YouTube doing any videos and stuff. The videos that I had put up during New Year's were videos that I had taped the week before. And so now I'm back on track. And like I said, it's a new year, a new beginning. Hopefully things work out, because I said I would, like I said in the previous video, I wasn't the only one who lost a family member. It was a lot of people who lost family members at the end of 2020 and stuff like that. And then some lost people at the beginning of this year, on New Year's Day. I did that in a previous video on my celebrity roundup. But anyway, back to the show. I'm gonna skip. The last episode I put up was 9. I'm gonna skip 10. I'm gonna go straight till 11 and 12. I'm gonna do 12 today of Real Housewives of Potomac season 7. It's gonna be episode 11 today, and probably 12 on Monday or in the next video. So that's why I'm skipping ahead, because if I don't skip ahead, then I'll be too much behind. So like I said. And it started off. It started off with Giselle in her house, and Karen coming over to visit Giselle at her house. Karen opened the door. I mean, Giselle opened the door, and Karen came in. And Karen told Giselle how lovely her house was, how nice how nice her house came out. And Giselle said, "Yeah, remember the first time you came, I had all these tents around." And she said, "Yeah, we did. We did have all these tents around, but it looks much better. Everything looks much better." And she said, "What room is this room?" And she got to looking around the front room. She saw all the glass and the chandeliers and stuff around. Said, "What is this room?" She said, "Oh, this is my home theater entertainment room. You know, we watch movies in here, me and the girls and stuff like that." And the next thing you know, Giselle called the girls into the room, and she called the twins into the room. I can't remember her twins' name, but anyway, she calls the girls into the room. And Karen said, "Ooh, I'm sorry I missed y'all birthday party." She said, "But here's some gifts." She said, "Yeah, Karen came bringing gifts." And they all hugged Karen. Hugged Karen, and they thanked Karen. And Giselle said that that's where her and Karen's relationship, started off at first about the kids and about the girls. And she was saying if they could get back to that, their relationship will be back on track. And then the next thing you know, Giselle told Karen that they could talk privately in the living room. And she Giselle told Karen that she had talked to Mia, and Mia had told her that because she had told Karen that she heard Mia and Jacqueline showering in the bathroom. And she asked Mia about it, and Mia said, "Yeah, her and Jackie be showering all the time." And so Giselle asked her, do you go both ways or whatever? She said, "Oh, no, we're just friends, we're just comfortable like that." And then Giselle told Karen that Mia said something about she was checking out her private parts and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And Giselle told Karen she thought that was real weird. And Karen said, "Yeah, what?" And then and then after that, I asked me about the relationship with her and Jackie. She said her and Jackie are just friends, and they know each other like that, and they're all friends. And I asked her, did Peter have something to do with it? She talking about all of my friends, all of my friends. And Karen said, "What? That is kind of weird. That is kind of weird, that relationship." Next thing you know, they switch to the next scene, and the next scene is with Ashley playing with her kids. And then she was holding Dean. No, yeah, she was holding Dylan in her arms, and Dean was walking with her toward the door. And when she opened the door, it was the babysitter or the housekeeper. And then Dean got to whining, and so the housekeeper picked him up, and he was glad that she picked him up. And then she put him down, and she was saying, "How are you doing?" And then Ashley said, Ashley said, "I'm doing all right, but it's kind of difficult. I'm getting a divorce, and it's kind of difficult me handling the kids all by myself because I'm used to having help, and it's kind of hard on me getting a divorce and stuff. Sometimes I be lonely and stuff." And the girl said, "Well, and the housekeeper said, well, you're gonna be fine, Ashley. You're gonna be okay," and stuff like that. And so it switched to the next scene, and the next scene. Ooh, let me get some water. I'm back. It switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Giselle at the big old stadium, and she was there, and the host greeted her, and then Robyn walks in, and Robyn looks around and said, "Ooh, this stadium is real big. It's real big. It's gonna be able to fit a whole lot of people." And they said, "Yeah, a whole lot of people gonna come." And then so they went to check out the venue and stuff like that. And so the lady shows them the venue and how big it was. She said, "Well, I'm going to give you a little time to be alone." And then Giselle asked Robyn, "What's going on with the wedding, Robyn? What's going on with the wedding?" Robyn said, "I really don't know. I really don't know." She said, "You don't know what's going on with your wedding? Y'all ain't got no venue plan. Y'all ain't got nothing." She said, I really don't know. I really don't know." And she was saying, "Do you think Juan is still going to want to participate in our show?" And then Robyn said, "Well, he said he was, Giselle. He said he was." She said, "I just hope he shows up." So, and she said, "I hope he shows up too." And then the producer asked Robyn, she said, "Robyn, what is going on with your wedding?" Robyn said, "Well, we got so much going on. Juan got stuff going on here. I got stuff going on here. That wedding is the last thing on our mind." I was saying, "Honey child, you just use that wedding as a storyline, as a storyline, and people are tired of you using that wedding as a storyline." But anyway, it switched to the next scene, and the next scene is where Eddie was taking Wendy to the emergency room. They had the emergency room put up there, and then Wendy was getting ready. They was prepping Wendy for surgery, and Wendy was saying that she had been putting off getting rid of those kidney stones and stuff like that. And she was saying she just kept putting it off to the next time, and it got so bad. And then after that. It switched back to the next scene, and the next scene was Robyn at our house with Juan, and she was talking to Juan, and she asked Juan, "How is he doing?" And Juan said, "Well, I'm doing okay, but not that good. All these recruiting stuff for getting new players for the team and stuff." And he said, "Well, how are you doing?" She said, "Well, we busy trying to get the show set up and stuff like that." He said, "Okay, so we both kind of busy. So what's going on?" And she was saying, "Well, I want to talk to you about something." And Juan said, "What is it?" She said, "Juan, we got to talk about this prenup." And Juan said, "Like I told you, Robyn, I don't think we really need a prenup." She said, "We do need a prenup." And I was talking to the lawyer, and the lawyer said if I wanted to, I could put a cheating clause in there. I didn't never heard of that. He said, "A cheating clause?" He said, "Why would you want to put that in there?" She said, "Because some of the stuff that happened last time and stuff like that." And so she brought up how when her and Juan was married before, Juan kind of cheated on her and stuff like that. And then Juan said, "Like I said, that's really don't need to be in there. That really don't need to be in there because we're not like we was when we first got married. We've grown from that." And so and so after that, Juan said, "I'm not gonna be fighting over no money. I'm not gonna be fighting over money. I'm just saying." And so it switched to the next scene, and then the next scene was Eddie driving up in the driveway of him and Wendy's house, and he was getting Wendy out of the car, and they went into the house, and then Wendy went laid on the sofa and stuff like that, and Wendy's mother was saying, "What do you need? What do you need, Wendy?" She said, "Oh, I just need to rest and lay down for a little while." I said, "What do you want to eat?" And some pork chops. And she said, "Oh, Mom, I just had 2 surgeries. I can't have no pork chops. I need stuff like soup." And then Wendy's little daughter, Cameron, came over and was feeding us soup and stuff. I said, "Ooh, little Cameron, she is such a good helper. She's such a good person." She said, "Yeah." And then Wendy said, "Mom, I'm concerned about you. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You haven't been taking care of your health. Are you gonna do?" She said, "Yeah, I gotta do like you, Wendy. I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down and stuff like that." And Wendy said, "Yeah, I had 2 surgeries, and I sure gotta slow down. Let me pause this video, and I'll be right back." Okay, I'm back. I had to get some water. And then Wendy's mother said she plans to do that. She plans to take care of her health. She talking about she's been working too hard and she got to take it easy. Just like, and Wendy said, "Well, I learned it from you. I learned it from you." And then Wendy's mother said, "I asked for a boob job." And Wendy said, "Boob job?" She said, "Yeah, I want to get my boobs." And she said, "And I want you to pay for it." And Wendy said, "Huh? Pay for it? What?" And then next thing you know, Wendy said in her confessional, "My mom's boobs is the last thing I'm thinking about." Then switch to the next scene where Candace was lying on the floor doing her crutches, and her mother walks in and said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm doing these crutches so I can look good for the video shoot, good for the video shoot." She said, "Oh, okay." Next thing you know, one of her team's assistants walked in and said, "Candace, we're ready for you." And then she got on the set and she said, "Ooh, I know I said this about 1,000 times, a million times, Trina. I'm just so grateful that you decided to be in this video and then to be in this video and to jump on the track with me." And Trina said, thank you, you're welcome." She said, "I'm just so glad to be a part of it." And then so they did the video shoot and they told Candace to move this way, and then they had the fan blowing in the hair, and then they showed them filming the car scene, and then it switched to the next scene, and then the next scene was Mia was in the kitchen cooking cookies with her daughter, with her kids, with her daughter and her son, and the doorbell ring, and G answered the door, and it was Karen, and and Karen said, "How do I look?" And G said, "Ooh, you look real good. You look real good." And Karen looked at him, "Huh?" She said, "Yeah, you look real good." And then she said, "Come on in, come on in." So Karen came on in, and she said, "Oh, you coming over here to bake cookies with us?" And Karen said, "Oh, y'all want me to bake cookies?" She said, "I will come over and bake cookies with y'all one day." She was telling Mia's little daughter that. And she said, "Okay." And then Mia said, "Well, don't y'all have to go in the room and color and do something?" So they went in the room, and then Mia said, "Karen, we can go in this room and talk and have a little privacy." So they went somewhere in a room. I think it was the front room or somewhere. And so Karen said, "Me and you have a good friendship, and Mia, I've always told you that I was going to be transparent with you." And she said, "Huh? Yeah, what?" She said, "I went to visit Giselle at her house a few days ago, and Giselle told me that she asked you about about you and Jacqueline's relationship, and that y'all were showering together. Y'all took a shower together." And Mia said, "Oh yeah." "Oh yeah, she did ask me about that, and she did ask me about that, and I did tell her that me and Jacqueline are comfortable taking a shower together like that." And Karen said, "Well, she also said something about you was doing playing doctor and looking." "Oh, she said we always do that." She had some and I was trying to make sure everything was all right down there and okay right there, and Karen said, "What do you mean?" She said she had some kind of I don't know if it was some kind of she said some kind of something. I think it was some kind of infection or something. Ma said, or something like that. But anyway, Karen said, "Was Peter involved? Did Peter have something to do with it?" When Maya said, "Well, we all are friends. Me, Peter, Jackie, and G, we're all friends. So she said, "Well, what do you like to?" She said, "Well, like I said, sometimes I like to participate. Sometimes I like to watch." And Karen said, "Ooh, what is this going on? Y'all got this?" She said, "We all are friends, all are friends. Like I said, me and Peter's ex-girlfriend, we had something going on, but that's all we all included family." I am so tired. I mean, I am so tired of this. This is like the second, I think it's like the second episode that Mia's storyline was about her sex life. People are tired of that. People are tired of that. I mean, you could go on that for so long. I thought after the fight, it was going to be something more interesting about Mia. But what it is, like I said, I used to be a big fan of Mia last year, but I'm kind of waning off because of the fight. But I'm still trying to stick on. But it looks like her storyline, her stuff was getting worse and worse all the time. But anyway, after that, after that scene, it switched. It switched to the next day, and the next day, all the ladies were getting ready to. All the ladies were getting ready to come to the event, the reasonable lady thing. Everybody showed up, and then Sharice showed up, and she came. Ashley came, and then Karen said, "Ooh, Juan, you here?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I'm here with the kids." She said, "I'm glad you're supporting the kids." And she said, "Ooh, that's the first time I ever seen Juan doing everything." But it's glad that he came to support Robyn and the kids. And so they came, and then everybody got to sit down. And then Karen looked. She said, "Ooh, I'm finna take me some notes and see what's going on." She said, "Ooh." That's one thing not to have. She said she's gonna have a lot of people, and she had a big venue. They showed where wasn't hardly no chairs, and Karen was looking. She had a little cell phone in her hand. Next thing you know, Giselle had somebody introduce them. He said, "Oh yeah," and uh, uh, and the hostess mispronounced the name, calling her calling Robyn I think he called Robyn Giselle Bryan, or he called it was something he mispronounced the name. But anyway, and then so Robyn said she couldn't hear through her mic, and then Karen was writing out, "Ooh, mic check." I have a smaller venue, and so she just taking her notes, and then they had their little Q&A session, and then Juan came up on stage and answered a couple of questions, and then he went back and sat down, and then next thing you know, they showed a scene where Ashley was on stage dancing with Giselle and with Giselle and Robyn, and I even think Sharice was up there for a little while, and then the next thing you know, like I said before the venue, Karen took a picture in front of the red carpet, and then after the venue, they got to talking, and Karen said, "Ooh, y'all had success. Y'all show was successful." She said, "But I gotta go and get my show set up. I'll see y'all later." So Karen and Ray left, and everybody was getting ready to leave the venue when Giselle told Jackie, she said, "Jackie, before you leave, I want to talk to you." And Jackie said, "Oh, you want to talk? You want to talk to me about what?" And then Mia said, "Ooh, maybe this is a private conversation. I'm going to go over here." So Mia went over there and talked to Ashley and Sharice and stuff like that. And then she said, "Well, I wanted to find out what's going on with the relationship between you and Mia." She said, "What you mean about you and me and Mia?" She said, Mia told me y'all take showers together." She said, "We do." She said, and then I heard Mia say that if you're not driving your Escalade, if you're not driving your Escalade, she's not a good friend. She said that is right. She said, did Mia buy that Escalade for you, or was it G? She said no. She said the car is in my name. She said the car is in my name. I bought the car. I have the title to the car. And Jackie said, "Well, Mia can buy me a car, but she didn't buy me a car." And she said, "Did G buy you a car?" She said, "No, G didn't buy me a car." She said, "What makes you think G bought me a car?" And Jackie said, "What's going on? What's going on, Janelle? Why you keep asking?" So I'm just trying to find out about clarity of y'all situation. That's what Giselle was saying, y'all situation. And then Robyn walked over there, and then all the other girls walked over there, and then Robyn said, "Yeah, Mia did say it. I heard her say that too about it. If you don't have a car, she not a good friend and stuff." And then Giselle said, "Jackie, do you ever wonder? That maybe you should be number one, and maybe G should pick you?" She said, "No, I never wondered that. Maybe you should ask Mia that question." And then Mia said, "What?" And then Giselle said, "Well, I just asked Jackie, did she ever want to be number one in G's life?" and what you call look like this. She kind of shook her head. Mia, she said, "Oh no, we're all." She said, "Oh no, we're all good. Jack is just a special friend of me and G's and stuff like that. And Jackie knows the relationship. It's just a special relationship between us three, and we know about it." And then after that, Giselle looked funny, and the show went out. The show was okay, but I hope next episode is not about Mia's sex life. I'm tired of it. It was on this show, and it was I think it was on 10 and 11. But I'm tired of it. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a Ti is. I am out.